Hey, witches. How is everybody doing? As I give somebody time to get into the chat room, okay? As Mama began to adjust to giving another platform a shot. I don't know. Maybe this is too controversial. Well, we'll see what happens. If anybody gonna show up. Meanwhile, I just have me a swig of my Pierre and see what happens. Well, someone is in the chat so far. Hello to you all. Could you all please hit the thumbs up? Hello, Willow Phoenix. How you doing? I thought I'd talk about it. Thank you. I guess the could y'all please give me a thumbs up here? Thank you so much. I know there's one person that is in here that okay, here we go. Cause I thought maybe it was some people in here that weren't good people. Okay. Yeah, so witches gather around the cauldron. Gather around. Now I'm talking about a subject matter that I haven't quite researched, but I just saw it where there were some witches and stuff like that saying that they were definitely doing some brews, and I see it coming into fruition. Matter of fact, the witches have been at it for some years now. So, and now I'm seeing some activities. So I want to talk about it, and I'm just saying I don't guess YouTube would get me the boot because I'm talking about it because everybody else is talking about it. But I'm starting to notice I can't talk about everything everybody else talk about. I guess they see it differently when mama get to talking about it. Y'all, I'm telling you, y'all, before they just snatch the last little bit of privileges we got away from us, let's try to get the most out of what we can get our hands on, okay? Because I know it's some swift changes coming. I talked about it last night on the Mother Wisdom Tree channel. So if you got some time, check that video out. A lot of you all did not get notifications. I did that video 3 a.m. in the morning. So who knows? Maybe that's why I didn't get any coverage on it or what have you. But people who needed to see it, they saw it, I gather. But I'm just going to give you all the opportunity to see it. I was just talking about the fact that YouTube got new rules coming, new policies again. The government has stepped into this particular network and wants some changes. So, like I said, if your videos are not, or if your channel is not commercially viable, you will either get a lot of restrictions added to your channel, like no one will be able to comment on it or some other stuff, or you just may be one of the channels that are deleted. All of that hard work. So I was talking about that last night on that channel and talking about how I was gonna go to Vimeo. I'm already working on it now. I mean, it's gonna be hard to ever have, the level of work that I have had on here overnight there or anywhere else. Let's face it, you know what I'm saying? But it will be a space just for those people who want to continue to hear content creators continue to speak the truth until they decide, hey, it's time for us to come over there and do some cleaning over there too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to Vimeo. I'm going there, and I'm going to be working this time for show on Instagram and those places. I don't know about Facebook because people say Facebook is no better. So that's where we're going. So that means between now and December 10th, I really got to do some work. It's going to take some work to keep this message alive. Let me speak to everybody in the chat. Hello, LS. Glad to see you. Hey, Honey Brown. Hey, Mike. How you doing? Mike said, I highly doubt if they will get him impeached, Mama. The Supreme Court, not Senate, will get rid of him. Well, we gonna see. But there was some witches some years ago said that they were gonna be doing some work, and so I mean I don't know so far, what those witches are doing now. But I'm gonna just try to see if I can go back and find them. But they were saying they were doing work, so I'm like, oh, okay. Now they're talking. I think they're having like what they call it. They're having talks about the impeachment. What is the correct terminology? They are having I can't think of the name of it. So it's going on right now as we speak. Hey Nisha. Nisha said, "Hi mama, I missed you last night. Caught you this morning on my way to work. Caught you today. Hey, love you too. Glad you here. Hey Mary's World. Mary, you was there last night. You heard what they was talking about. I mean, you heard mama talking about what they talking about doing on YouTube. Yes. Hello, Mama Midnight. You were there too. Hey Rovell Candace, how you doing? Hey, Deborah Lewis. Deborah is one of the witches that says she prays that it works. Okay, okay. Hey, Prestige 813 Tarot, how are you? Hello, No Sheeple, how are you? Hey, Curie. Hey, Deborah Lewis. Hey, Deckboy TV. Hey, Uniquely Designed. Hello, Lips and Froze. Thank you so much for the information. Like I've been one of the apps I couldn't get to open, and another something you sent me, it just wouldn't download. It wouldn't download. But we gotta realize, I'm not necessarily saying this is what's going on in this situation, but there are a lot of tactics to try to stall, derail, distract, information. And I'm not saying that's what's going on in this situation, but just be aware that, some of this is coming into play in some situations. Hey, Lyama. Hey, Divine Love. Hello, Willow Phoenix. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, you were the first one to show your presence, so that is the welcoming call. Okay. Yeah, I wish, I hope, Destiny. Did I speak to you? Hey, Brittany. So so I wish to go out live and in color. It would help a lot, wouldn't it? A lot of people want me to go live and in color, but I haven't did it yet. When it gets cold, it just seems like it's just more difficult to get out there when it's cold. But I think it's nice because it was nice yesterday. So I probably am gonna just go ahead on and get a bath and get some clothes on and go live in just a minute on this channel or probably the next channel. I'm gonna have me a pot pie. I'm eating me a pot pie, y'all. But anyways, I don't want to get too far off subject. Y'all know me, I am very random. Hey Brady. Hey the mommy rituals, how you doing? Hey Galactic Enterprise. Hello, uncertain me. Hey, Chastain Stone. Okay. Honor and respect to you, the mommy rituals. Galactic Enterprise said you would have to have your soul rotors download the app so they know when you lie. So soul rotor. What is that? You would just have to have your soul rotors down. Load the app so they know when you're live. Okay. So what we talking about? Vimeo, right? What is it? V? It's another one called Venmo, but Vimeo. I guess that's what it is. Are you talking about Vimeo? Oh. Galactic Enterprise said it's an app called Anchor. I tried to download Anchor. It wouldn't even download. I mean, it downloaded, but the app I couldn't open it. I'm gonna try it again. So we can see what we can get popping over here. Okay. Anchor app. I'm gonna give it a shot again. I need a place where I could just really just talk freely and not have to worry. They need a place where people can just really say what they want to say because you don't really have freedom of speech. For a minute there, I thought we did, but now it's not like that. Okay, well, it says that my device is not. It says my device is not compatible, so that's not gonna work for this tablet. So I guess I try it on the cell phone again. Oh, Galactic Enterprise said, yeah, that app is perfect. You can say all you want there. Okay, the only thing about it, you want it'll be blackout screen. Are there like visuals? Can you put videos on it? You know what I'm saying? Brady said, I believe in you, mama. You give me so much confidence. Well, hopefully we can continue on from here. We'll see what happens. Let's put it like this. This is not the last stop. I tell you what, we just board another train and keep on going. Hello? Another train, another taxi. Hell, I don't know. Uber, Lyft, or shit, a plane. Yeah, plane or a spaceship. We're going to continue to move. We're going to continue in motion. Okay, so Galactic Enterprise said it lets you monetize too. Okay. Free podcast. Okay, so that's where I'm going. But I just, y'all, I'm going to get myself ready to do live and in color. I just wanted to just bring that to y'all because I was just sifting through the internet and saw that they're actually having a hearing concerning impeaching him. Okay. Now let's just take a poll. How many of you witches out there? How many of you believe that he will be impeached? Now, y'all know that sounds so far-fetched. Just saying it just sounds far-fetched. How many of you all believe he will be impeached? How many of you all believe that the witches out there that are brewing up or whatever this is out of the cauldron will be successful in impeaching Trump? Mike says, I don't. Hey, Just TTV, how you doing? Okay, Willow Phoenix said, I believe it. Willow Phoenix believes that the witches will be able to impeach Trump. Look at that moon out there, y'all. It's finna be one of them dog moons, witches. Don't y'all be getting no ideas unless y'all let me know. Hello. My thing is, okay, let me read the rest of the comments. Hey, Yami. Yami said, yeah, hello, finally catch you live. Love you, mama. Your energy grounds me, reminds me I'm not for everyone. Yeah, and I need to talk about that. I want to talk in depth about that. Like I say, I'm going back to this. We just really don't know how much time we got left here on YouTube because they're turning into now what? Their tube. They're changing this to their tube. THEIR or corp tube. CORP tube. So yes. So it's some witches in the closets gathering. You understand? In the coping, doing their work. So you can see it here because I was on a witch's channel. I ain't gonna call her name when she was saying her, and then she had two other women saying that they were going to do some work and everything about this situation. And I think this was like when he got in office. Matter of fact, it's not a secret. Y'all remember when those witches and stuff like that, after this man had gotten elected, was saying that they was gonna do some work. So this is not me saying this, because I gotta be careful up in here. They ready to give the boot to anybody that's talking. So this right here ain't no freedom of speech place no more. But I will say this right here. The first thing I want to see them do is to clean up this child pornography. Little children should not be allowed to walk around naked. That needs to go. That needs to go. If they're going to be getting rid of the truth channels and stuff like that, like I said, the first thing I want to see them do is to remove. I've seen situations where, like I said, that, children had no clothes on, walking around with no clothes on. That needs to go away. All of these women dancing with panties on, and men dancing with boxers on, and all of that stuff. I'm looking forward to all of that going, if the truths are going to be going. So is this really about, getting cleaning this place up for real, or is this really about cleaning up a lot of the graphic stuff, or is it about cleaning up the truth? It is the question I'm asking. But I guess we'll see December the 10th. So all of that stuff needed. If we really concerned about children, okay, like they say they are, that needs to go. Okay. That needs to go. Bye bye. Get that off of there. Get it off. YouTube, please. Don't allow children to be exploited. Because it's a bunch of videos. I wonder, fist fights amongst teenagers. They're fighting. You understand? In the streets. Violence. People jumping over countertops in fast food restaurants and fighting. I'm hoping this is what they're talking about, but I got a sneaky suspicion. This is not what the government wants off of the network. And they want anything that keeps up distraction and confusion. They're not gonna take that off. I know they're not. I just wonder how many people got a notification. It can I get a head count or a witch count of how many people honestly got notifications? Because I wonder about that. Hey, Jackie, and thank you for moderating. Love you too. Oh, well, happy belated birthday, Jackie. Jackie says, blessings to everyone. The chat room, please give the video a thumbs up. Hope you all are enjoying your day. Thank you so much, y'all. Could y'all please give Mama some thumbs up here? It is deeply appreciated. Okay, got a one. LS got one. John got one. Hey, John, and hey, Lala. Hey, LS. Okay, so people are still getting notifications. I really wonder, sometimes are people being notified, because there are a few people that show me their cell phone and say, look, here's my proof. I got the notification bell clicked on all. I'm looking through here. I don't see any of your videos. And they show me proof that they don't have it. So I always wonder about that. But I know they said come December 10th and on, that certain channels will not have a notification features, if they decide to allow you to stay. That makes a lot of sense. I guess they say, why do we need to waste our time and energy and space on these little guys, getting notifications? It's just like a waste of time. We're trying to make some big time cash. Let's go on and do something with these big channels that they have millions of subscribers and stuff. And, I can't really blame them. But like I say, if we're cleaning up YouTube for minors, for children, let's start off by, taking down these channels that exploit kids. Let's start with them first, okay? The fist fighting needs to stop. and all that other confusion. Hey, Crazy Eights. Crazy Eights got one. Destiny got one. Okay. SK Productions, how are you? Got one. Some people's theirs are delayed. They may get one 2 days later or something like that. And I guess it goes back to the little tiny channels. I tell people that if you want to get content for us little channels, the best thing to do is to do it the old fashioned way. Just check each day and just see. Let me see if she did a video. Let me see if he did a video or whoever you're looking for. Just check and see. But like I said, not only am I really concerned about losing all of the content I created, but at the same time too, I don't want to lose sight of the people's channels that I love to watch. You know what I'm saying? If they go, because I feel like we are all one big support system here. We're supporting each other because it's just like when we go out of the door, out of our doors and stuff, of our homes and stuff. It's just like you amongst a whole lot of people who I mean, when I say they're strangers, they're really strangers. You know what I'm saying? They are strangers. It makes you feel as if though you are from some other solar system or some other place, and you really are not supposed to be here because the people outside of the place, they don't get it. And when you look at them, you don't get it. So I'd hate to lose sight of some wonderful channels that I love to go to that also give me the support. Okay, so I'm really looking forward to the cleanup, and it starts first with those channels that are exploiting disabled people, elderly people, and children. We're going to see if that happens. I want y'all to keep y'all eyes open for that, okay? Hey, the Undead Goddess. Hey, Shanice. Okay, Undead Goddess said it doesn't let me share YouTube links. What do you mean? Okay. Talk to me. Jackie said, I never get notifications, Mama. I just check your channel. Well, I already kind of got an idea why you don't get notifications, because they prefer the moderators not to be present in most cases for some of these controversial channels, because they know that you'll come in and clean the house up and everything, and so it's understandable. Now we have proof that there is a moderator here. There's someone here right now that's saying, hey, I don't get notifications. Isn't that interesting? I'm glad you said that. That is very interesting. Mayor's World said, this seems like a spirit of anger has been leashed on the mind of the people. Oh, they've been doing that. So you just getting to work, SK Productions? Okay, so hey Vashti, how you doing? Mike says, as Chastain, he did for everyone else except for blacks, and then told us it would be a personal insult to his legacy if black people didn't vote for Hillary. I am so done with Obama. I never had any interest in Obama or anything like that, because I just saw him just like I did all of the other presidents. I don't know why we were thinking because he got into office that it was going to be something in it for us as black people. I never understood what was what was all of the celebration about. you know I remember that day too, because I went to the headquarters and stuff with a long white Floyd skirt on and a long white shirt and a hair wrap around my head, and people were jumping up, and I'm like, y'all don't go for that savior trick mess. Like I said, every so often they send us a messiah to calm down the masses and everything. So it was just one of those attempts and stuff. Who knows? Maybe this is another stunt right here to calm the masses down. Oh, we're going to get rid of them. But the sad part about it is who's coming in, Maybe Trump is not doing enough, to satisfy them, and they just want him gone. so that they can get the person in here that's gonna really put the hammer down on the masses. So it's really not much to celebrate. It was nothing to celebrate when Obama got in office. Okay, it's nothing to celebrate because they're talking about impeaching Trump because they're puppets. That's it. And when they do this, it's a distraction. Oh, we're holding a hearing on the impeachment of Trump. Let's get their attention. Let's, divert their attention from the fact that their higher, that their higher prices in the grocery stores and on fuel and all of this other stuff. Let's get them to thinking that maybe, you understand, there's some hope here in this situation. But at the end of the day, it's not going to make anything better. You're still going to be paying higher prices on avocados. Y'all know I be joking when I always use the avocado and everything. But I've never seen avocados so expensive like they were during the time that they washed out the Bahamas. Oh my goodness. They had gotten up to 149 and they were rotten in the inside. So yeah. So this is the hope. And then you got Thanksgiving coming around. Now you can celebrate. Now you can go and buy the turkeys. And I'm telling people, y'all listen, don't buy no turkeys. They poison the turkeys around this time. Do not eat those. They're looking for a lot of folks to go out with heart attacks, strokes. Don't buy a ham. Don't eat the turkey. Don't eat the ham. Be very careful. That stuff will make you sick. And you'll be reporting, oh, Uncle such and such passed, and Auntie such and such passed, and bro, such and sister such. I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot of sacrifices around this time. And, Santa Claus and everything ain't nothing but a reaper, honey. And what's in the bag? What's in that bag? Santa carries soul. So don't eat that stuff. Go lightly on all of that rich food. It's a setup, man. It's make your blood sluggish. To have caramel cake in your system, chocolate cake and turkey and ham and potato salad, all of that stuff is gonna clog your arteries up, sure enough. So we're boycotting turkeys and hams. Hell, I guess this is gonna be the first channel to get the boot, cause what I be talking about, and they don't want y'all to listen to this. I don't want nobody in here to buy no ham or no turkey. Don't mess with that stuff. Definitely don't buy no chickens and hog maws. Don't eat that. Hog maws and chitlins are definitely a deal breaker. You don't want that. Let's get back in here. Hey Stacy, how you doing? She's got a mango rooted too. Shanice is laughing because y'all know us black folks, honey. We gonna be going and getting them buckets. Y'all know that y'all like the red buckets. Anybody know what the red bucket is? Let me see how many Southerners in here. Anybody know about the red buckets? Oh, there you go. Shanice is definitely a Southerner. Okay, if you say you buying a bag of chitlins, I'm questioning you. Because most Southerners, there are some Southerners that are doing it. But most Southerners don't want the bag. They want the red bucket. Hello? Because they say that the red bucket tastes better than the bag. Okay, Stacy is more Southern than us all. Because Stacy said it's a red bucket with a white lid. That's right. I once knew, I had a friend. And I know this is weird. I'm random and stuff like that. But I went to visit her and everything, and her sister. And they both had those. This is what they would do. They would get that red bucket, and wash them and clean them out real good. And, like black folks will use, back in the day, they would take those red buckets, wash them out, and reuse them. Y'all ever heard of that? They would use them to store things in and everything. But what was interesting about her, this is for all your old heads, y'all who go way on back. Y'all know they used to use them red buckets for other purposes and stuff. But I was over visiting, and I was sitting in the bedroom, and they said, we finna get ready to wash up. I said, okay. So I was just sitting there watching the TV and everything, and both of them came in the room. Each one had their own red bucket that had soap and water in it, and they just took their clothes off and started taking a wash up in the bedroom with one of them red buckets. I never will forget about it. Every time I see a red bucket, I think about her. Hopefully you're not watching this video because I am telling all of your business. And I was just like, just like looking at them. I know they saying, why she looking at us? And I'm like, and they just smiling and laughing and bathing. I thought it was just weird. But everybody got their own little way of doing things. Chastain says LOL. See, because I'm used to just running a tub of water and sitting, and they had a bathtub. They had a bathtub, sink, stool, everything. They would just run water in the bucket and bathe in the bedroom. So I guess that's a tradition. I can't make fun of nobody, long as they got their baths. But I just rather just turn the water on in the tub and sit in the bathtub, y'all. Uh Asani Griffin, how you doing? So that sounds crazy. It actually looked crazy. I felt weird in there and stuff like that. I didn't know what to do. So finally, I just started looking at my hands. I didn't have a book or anything. I just started looking at the palms of my hand, reading. I didn't want to be awkward or anything. You know? Crazy A says LOL, but what? Yes, they did. They had red buckets all over the place. Okay. Destiny said, me too, mama, LOL. So you use the red bucket? You've used the red bucket, Destiny, to take wash ups in too? Tell us about it. Anybody else? Talk to me. Anybody else use them red buckets like that? Austin said, look at my palms. Okay. Destiny said, no. Destiny, I know you didn't do anything like that. You too young for that. But maybe way back in time, maybe because they I ain't gonna tell too much of their business, but girl, if you watching me talking about this red bucket, girl, that was kind of strange. You know what I'm saying? That's strange. You know who you are if you're looking at me. I ain't trying to make fun of y'all. That was nice. They were real good to me and stuff like that. Only the sister was trying to fight me after so long. The other sister. I was friends with one of the sisters. The other sister was jealous of the fact that me and her sister were real close. So, she actually wanted to try to fight me. I'm like, come on now, y'all still gonna be sisters. You ain't got to do all of that. Tell me she was gonna put me and mama in the hospital. Said she gonna put mama in the hospital. And mama didn't wear but a buck 05, and she was a pretty big girl. But anyways, yeah, y'all, they were not, but I will say overall they were kind. It's just I had trouble with the big sister. No, she was not the big sister because the friend of mine was the actual big sister, but the other one was big in size. She was big in size. Okay, she tried to slap mama. Mama had to grab her arm. Okay, and they threw me out the house. Cause mama, we finna fight. You know what I'm saying? Me and her, we still stayed friends and stuff like that, but the family didn't want me over no more. Cause mama finna get her ass whoop or something around up in there, honey. Cause that was a big girl. So but if you watching, girl, what was up with them red chitlin buckets, girl? They stink, them buckets stink. I know y'all did whatever y'all had to do to clean them out and everything and stuff, and that was nice of y'all. They were nice. Like I said, overall the family was kind to me because I would go over there and eat. Now I was greedy. I love to eat, and they could cook and stuff like that. I would eat, sometimes help them in the kitchen, but that sister gave me trouble. She gave me trouble. She sure did. Okay. Vashti says she needed 2 buckets. Okay, the red ones. Oh, hello. Undead Goddess. Hey, say what? I gotta switch this up and say what? I'm tired of saying hello. Undead Goddess said, hey, that's how cowboys did it back then. Or if you were a lady that could fit it, a water basin. Okay. Because they would sit there twats right over the buckets. I had noticed that. So, they got that area pretty clean. Chastain Stone says LOL. Basha said LOL, I'm done at Curie. Destiny says laughing at Vashti. A Sonny Griffin says the big one was probably ghetto. Oh, yes, she was. She wasn't. Oh, she just did not like me and my friend to be friends. She did not like it. She was always trying to create some division between us too. Chastain Stone says eating red buckets for dinner. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, a lot, like I said, a lot of people like the red bucket. They say it has more flavor in it. I don't know what they do to the bag. I have had those in the bucket. I have had those in the bag. To me, the one, but I don't eat that now. And I have nothing against people who do eat it. I just say eat it in moderation. Be careful with that because it has a lot of thick fat on it. It will clog up everything you got. Okay, it will clog your pipes up. In other words, but that red bucket has a more of a flavor to it. Okay, than the bag. The bag is almost as if they soak the bag. They probably soak that bag in the bags probably are soaked in bleach or something until maybe all of that stuff just sloughs off of it. But the red bucket is very dirty. You would have to buy a lot of those red buckets. I know people who will buy about 5 or 6 buckets because by the time you get through cleaning it, you have very little meat left. So you have like a half a bucket of meat and a half a bucket of nothing but just trash because most of it is like, husks, seeds, hair, stuff like that in the digestive tract of the hog. But when you go to the bag, they have cleaned out most of all of that, so you get more meat, more money, more meat for the money, or more money for the meat for the money, what, something like that. So when y'all gonna do a chitlin mukbang to all of y'all? I'm not talking about y'all here, y'all. I'm just talking to the people who do the mukbangs. Are y'all gonna do a chitlin mukbang and show us how many buckets of chitlins you all can eat? But yeah, that's what it's doing. So they're going out there now getting bags and bags. I don't ever see the red buckets anymore, to tell you the truth. I'm not saying that they're not there. Maybe most of your mom and pop stores had those red buckets and stuff, but I see mostly bags. They're already putting the bags out. I will not be getting any bags of chitlins. I will not be eating a turkey. I will not be eating any ham. I'm not gonna be eating any of those different meats and stuff. I want to play it safe, and that's what I'm gonna do. I am a meat eater, so what meat am I going to eat? Probably, to be on the safe side, a whole chicken or something like that. One of those baking chickens or something like that. Hopefully they won't get to that. But I noticed a lot of people throughout the years around the holidays complain of having stomach flus. And what do they all have in common? They've all eaten that fowl. Okay, so something like Cornish hens, maybe a hen, maybe a chicken or something like that. But I don't think I'd be doing a turkey. Traditionally, what I would do is eat the turkey wings. Okay, so I like turkey wings. It's just a fact. If you're gonna eat turkey wings, you might want to get your turkey wings. You probably should have got your turkey wings way before now, or hurry up and get your turkey wings before they get some ideas. But them whole turkeys are definitely packed with salmonella. I know they are. Okay. Mom Midnight said there was a lady here in Chicago years ago that had red buckets on the bus. How about they fell over, some leaked out, and it was unseasonably warm for that time of year here. Wonder what she was gonna do with all them red buckets. They make nice storages, so if you're an artist or something and you like to organize and stuff, you can soak them real good in something, probably some Lysol and a pine soil, a little of everything you're gonna need. Just let them sit out for the summer or something like that, and just soak. And you can probably put some things in it like towels, rags, something, cloths if you into crafts and stuff like that. They make great storage bins look like. But that's if you can find those red buckets now. Kira said, I used to make them till I stopped eating them a few years ago. I never will forget. It was a lady in there that worked on our job and everything. And her name was Miss Patsy. And she had recipes that nobody else had. No one else had. And we were all talking about how to cook chitlins and stuff, how, you add this vinegar and let it boil and vinegar, all that stuff like that. And she just came out and said, I don't do any of that. I clean them real good. And when I get through, I season them, salt and black pepper up and everything and shake them in some flour and fry them in grease. I was like, oh my goodness, I never heard of fried chitlins. Anybody out there ever, because Miss Patsy stayed out there in them sticks out there, okay? Way out in the sticks. Hello? Where in the sticks? Anybody ever heard of fried chitlin? Deep fried chitlin. Anybody ever heard of that? No one has heard of deep fried chitlins. We're going to look on YouTube and see if this is such a thing. Okay, Shanice says she heard of fried chitlins. Do you mind saying what state you in? If not, you don't feel comfortable, I understand. Oh, Jackie said, Mama, somebody threw chicken feet in the neighbor's yard. What? I know they scared. Whoever got them chicken feet, I know they scared. Okay, Virginia, honey, they doing that down here in Alabama too. Yep. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about folks in the South. They don't spare the hog no mercy. Hog get no mercy. I'm not gonna say we, cause I don't eat the hog. I can't, cause it run up my pressure. I'm just gonna be honest. If I could eat the hog, I would eat the hog. But I can't eat the hog. I don't want to eat the hog because of what it does to your body. Okay. But anyways, the hog gets no mercy in the South. Okay. I don't know about where everybody stay, but y'all Southerners know. I done switched the video all the way up from the witches and Trump and all of that to this, but y'all know I'm random. But I'm gonna tie it together in the end just before I go, cause I'm finna hop in this tub, and like I'm like a little overdue of hopping in the tub. Yes, I was in the tub last night, but I like to start off my noons with another hot tub bath. I just love hot tub baths when it gets cold and stuff. And I put my little herbs in my I would tell you the other stuff I put in there, but I have to tell you that in private because I just got to. Because if I say what I put in it and where I go and get it from, when I go back in there, it ain't gonna be in there for me. So I have to be real careful about that. So what I was gonna say? Down south, the hog don't have a chance because we're gonna eat. Not we as in me, okay? But I have eating this in the past. We're gonna eat your ears, okay? We call them pig ears. We make pig ear sandwiches out of your ears, which are delicious. We season our black eyed peas with your ears, okay? We're going to eat your snout, which is your nose. We're going to eat your brains, okay? We're going to eat we're going to eat all the soft parts of your body, okay? So we're going to can I talk about this, y'all? We're going to take your snout and your brains, and we're going to make what we call sauce meat. Sauce meat, where we're going to take and put you on two slices of bread and add some mayonnaise, some more black pepper and salt, and we're going to eat you. Don't fry it, because if you do, it turns into a lump of grease. But I call myself, when I was real young, trying to fry a piece of sauce meat, and it turned to grease. Just nothing but fat. That's just how disgusting that is. So anyway, are we gonna make hog head cheese? You can either call it sauce meat or hog head cheese. Well, we're gonna take all of that and put it together, and then we're gonna turn around. We're gonna add our season to it, sage and red peppers and all that other good stuff. Okay. Then we're gonna take, oh yeah, the eyeballs, all that stuff go in there. So you ain't got no head left. Okay, we done took all of that. We're gonna then cut your skins off of your body, and we're gonna fry that in deep fat grease. And we're gonna have what they call skins. Y'all ever seen them bags of like chips called skins? Well, all of that is the skin of the hog. So we're gonna eat that too. Okay. After we get through doing that, we're gonna go in and we're gonna take your butt and we're gonna have ham shanks, ham this and ham that. So we got that. We're gonna cut your ribs out your body, and we're gonna have what you call pork ribs. Pork ribs. You know, the smaller sections are gonna be what they call the baby back ribs. The heavier sections are going to be just what you call the barbecue rib. We're going to eat your kidneys. We're going to have pork kidneys. We're going to eat your liver. We're going to have pork liver. We may just eat your heart. Okay? So what do we have left yet? Oh, we're going to get your blood now. There's a store down here now that they have buckets of blood. People, use to eat, season their foods and stuff with the blood of the hog. So you can get big buckets of that. We're gonna eat your stomach. We call those hog maws. We're gonna eat your intestine. We call them chitlin. We're gonna have a combination of hog maws and chitlins. Hello? We're gonna eat your testicles. We call them hog joes. We're going to eat them too. We're going to eat your knuckles. We call them ham hocks. We're going to eat your tail. We call them pigtail. Now, can I ask y'all, and we're going to use the bone now because the bones are real good to smoke in some collard greens. Okay? So we need that too. So can I ask y'all what's left? We're going to take the heads and use them as souvenirs. Okay? And the bones, we may just either sell those, okay, or we may just soak them and get the gel out of it so we can have what they call what? Jello. Yeah. Now tell me what's left besides the soul. Anything left, y'all? Jackie said the hoof is left. Jackie said the hoof is left. Well, we're going to come up with something. I do believe they take the hooves and once again, that's where your jello comes from. People thinking that I'm a vegetarian and sit down and eat jello. If you're eating jello, I'm sorry to tell you, you're not a vegetarian because those are the bones of animals, the hooves, the bones, and everything else that turns it into a gel. They boil the bones and get the gel off of it, y'all, if y'all didn't know it. And then dehydrate it and turn it into a powder and package it as jello. Okay, Undead Goddess says bone marrow, baby back ribs, and shoulder chops. Oh yeah, I forgot about the pork chops. I forgot about that. Anybody here eat pork chops? I guess everybody gonna hide now. They don't want nobody to know they eat that. I'm not gonna lie. I used to love pork chops. Fried pork chops is good. You put that hot sauce on them and let them soak in hot sauce. Oh yes, and pork loins. So if you couldn't afford the pork chops, then you got the cheaper version, the pork loins. Yes, Chastain says, ew, jello feet. If you eat jello, for real, because I once knew this person that said that they drove a 18-wheeler and said that they would drive a truck full of bones, just animal bones, because some farmers can sell the bones of their animals after they've gotten through dismembering them, sell the bones to different companies that will actually do this to these bones. So he was driving around with a semi trailer full of bones. I was like, wow, this is crazy. That sounds good, Trinity Supreme. Smothered pork chops. Even though I can't eat them, if I could, I would. Smothered pork chops and gravy. Oh my God. I guess y'all saying, mama, don't talk about it. Asana said, I cannot eat Jello no more. Well, that's what it is, and I'm just gonna be honest. I had Jello this month. I am an animal eater. I am guilty of being an animal eater. I can eat Jello without my pressure going up, but I can't eat the pork. If I could, I would. I can't, so I ain't. Okay. So I don't see anything wrong with me eating animals. My blood type requires that I eat meat. So sorry for all of you vegetarians out there. But vegetarian, if you take supplements, know that your gel caps are, unless they're saying vegan gel caps, they are made of, once again, pork. Mama Midnight says she ain't had pork chops in years. I hadn't had beef in so long until, like, if I eat it, I can't even digest it. My stomach won't even digest beef. I'm more or less a fish and chicken eater. That's what I eat, fish and chicken. And I'm through with turkey, especially around the holidays. You have to be careful with that because I told y'all what they doing to them. Hey, Quinita, how you doing? Yeah, Quinita said, unfortunately, pork is in everything, and it is. People don't realize and stuff. Even the vegans don't know that they get that pork in there and they use it for so many different products and stuff. To you just it's just too many to name. Oh, I forgot another thing we do to the hog down south. We also get the fat off the hog so that we can use it for Lord. Lord. Is it Lord? Like is it Lard? Lord. Yeah. Lord, when I was a kid, used to be in a big white bucket, just like the chitlin bucket, y'all. It would be white and creamy like ice cream. And my mom would take that and use it to fry. I'm telling you, Lord fries the best pork chops and chicken. Yes, it does. Fried chicken and stuff ain't as good as it used to be back in the day. If you wonder why your fried chicken ain't as crunchy as it is as back in the day, for all of you old heads, it's because you're frying with vegetable oil. And I remember my mama converting from lard to vegetable oil. Now when you go in the grocery store, you cannot find lard. What do I think? If you're gonna fry some, I think it's best to fry it in lard. I think so. Because they are finding out that vegetable oil is very unnatural and it ain't no good for you neither. So you may as well just get it organic from the hog. Just go and get you some white cream lard in a bucket. Yes, that's what they used back in the day. People would grease their children up with it, because they wanted the children faces to shine. So they put that on them and stuff. Especially little dark kids will have little shiny faces and stuff when they went to school and stuff like that. They would use it as something to lotion the legs and stuff if you're ashy. Just lotion the kids and babies up with lard. Put it in Women will put it in their hair and then use a hot straightening comb and straighten the hair to give it this shine, glossy shine and straightness and stuff. Oh gosh, that sounds like a lot of work, man. It sounds torturous. I'm reading the chat. Chastain says in all food colorings. Did y'all know that? Vasha said, yes, I worked in a processing plant. They use everything. SM said, hey, mom, I love you. I love you too. Mama Midnight said we can use the bones for divination. That's true. Chastain says sell the bones to the witch doctors. Especially in Palo, if I'm not mistaken, they have like a lot of bones and stuff in their work and stuff, which works well for rituals too. Melanated High Priestess, how you doing? Says y'all hear about vegan suing Burger King because they cooked the Impossible Burger on the same grill as the meat patties. That was common sense. The secret aside was meat juice. Oh, Burger King better watch out. What you said, Stacy? The lines are shorter at widths. What is widths? Shanice said yes, she had some Sunday. I sure wished I could eat some. Hey, Amy said temperatures are rising back up here in Arkansas. It's going from 40s to the 70s. Yeah, because they got to conserve that energy. Oh, excuse me. I just had my Pierre, y'all. I heard the little machine running on low last night, and it was warmer last night. I said, see there? See there? So they conserve the machines and stuff like that and build up some more money. And then they turn the machines back on. And then... Can I talk about this? Because I just experienced an interruption. Okay. Talk about them weather machines. They're going to turn this off. Stacy said, Witt's Barbecue. Oh, I ain't never heard of that. Yeah. Quineva said, yeah, I have be popping from that grease. Oh, do. And sometimes it'll roll down on you, too. And that shit was hot. But my mama never used the Lord. She used to use Vaseline, petroleum grease. Whoo, gosh. And that's another form of some type of fat from something. But she'd put that on that around them roots real good, around them edges and stuff. And get that hot cone real close to your skin. And you be praying. You know what I'm saying? I used to have my hand in a praying position. Please don't let her burn my scalp. You understand what I'm saying? Mama, don't do it. Please. Sometimes I felt like she just got real close just so she could make me feel some pain. That's torture. Y'all don't put y'all children through nothing like that. Please, I beg of you. Now, if you want to use those, they do have those ceramic flat irons and stuff. They're not as hot, but please don't do that to children. That's a form of child abuse. I'm just gonna go on to you. And I done got burnt on my forehead with them curling eyes and stuff. Mama got too close, and honey, I remember one time, and you can see the pink part of you can see the white meat. A curling eye got too close to my forehead. And she would say, oh, I kissed your head. And you go to school with a big old band-aid on your head. Girl, what happened to your head? Oh, mama kissed my forehead with the curling eye. I will run if I see somebody coming. That's a form of branding a motherfucker. It's a wonder I don't have like a brand mark on my forehead when that thing touched my head like that. I be trying to get close to them kinks. Vanita, you got so many kinks up here. Up on you. She like to take and just let it cool down and just go and crisp your edges and slick them down and pull them down and put some grease because my hair will convert quick. So by the time I go to bed, I'll sweat it out. I get back up. Mama be around here sitting up here with an afro at the bottom and some little straight ends at the top. So she would have to plait your hair up real tight so that, it won't come loose because she would only press your hair every 2 weeks. Thank God it wasn't more than that. She'll wash our hair with Prel. I don't even see Prel anymore. Y'all ever heard of Prel? Prell. Be a green, thick shampoo back in the day. And it would wash your hair and strip it of all the greases. And then she'd take her time and comb your hair. It was a painful process for me because I have very, very kinky hair. Comb it and then plait it on up, let it dry overnight. And the next day she would press it. It was just too much torture. That was a lot of torture. Okay, Shanice says she heard of Prel. Hell yeah, Chastain. I had some BDBs, still do, honey. Them BDBs. My mom be frustrated with them things. She like, Vanita, I got to get close to your scalp so we can get rid of those, because if you went to school back in my days, I grew up in the 70s. If you went to school with them cuckoo bugs on the side of your forehead, they're going to laugh at you and all around the neck and stuff. People still make fun of that. I'm just not being able to embrace those. They're there for some reason. You know what I'm saying? These ornamental beady beads hanging down from your head. Okay. Brady bees. Oh, that's what a Sonny calls them. Brady bees. The Miss Black Dice one, how you doing? She said the crazy part about it is when they used the lard and other stuff, our hair grew like crazy and was nice and thick. Well, you got a point. So it was something to it, wasn't it? Something to it. Those are those old home remedies, and some people will put them in their salves and stuff for healings. That stuff would heal wounds and all of that, get rid of blemishes and everything. It was just as good as the cocoa butter. We fancy now. We want the cocoa butter because cocoa butter get rid of blemishes. But they were using tallow, which is like the fat off of the cow and the fat off of out of the lard and stuff like that to just do all type of healing remedies and stuff with it. And it's a reason why you can't get your hand on lard anymore. Do you think they really care about our health like that? We need to research the benefits of that lard. Why is it gone? Because you could take it and make hair greases out of it. You could take it and do, like I say, do all kind of little magical ointments with the lard. So this is one of the reasons they don't want you to have it. Stacy said, when we used pre, our hair was curly and thick too. Maybe it's this suave shampoo. Back in the day, they didn't have suave. It really just didn't have any type of varieties of shampoos. You had like Miss Clairol and Head and Shoulders, for dandruff. And some people just wash their hair like maintenance with that anyways. And Prel. Prel was one of, there weren't really, back in the 70s, there weren't really many hair products available to black people. But as far as the shampoos, if I'm not mistaken, and anybody in here old head like me, were there any shampoos available for black people? In the stores and stuff like that. I know down south we didn't have any. My mom would just have to use the Prel. I know you see a lot of like Afro Sheen. I don't know if Afro Sheen had a shampoo out or not. Afro Sheen, I think was one of the first black hair care line products because they had the little can of spray and stuff like that. You know, you did have a grease, and that would be Blue Magic. But I don't remember any shampoos. And see, that Prel will make your hair tangle up real bad because it was not really meant for black hair, to tell you the truth, unless you had the silky or wavy texture or whatever. But if you had this kumbaya, my lord, okay? Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. I mean, I really was singing that song. Do you hear me? Because it was so painful to get a comb through that. And they didn't have them wide tooth combs like they got now. They were like thin combs. I'm not lying to y'all kids, you're not. Because you were expected to use a afro comb back in the day. But if you want your hair straightened, you had to use one of those thin combs that hurt. And when I used to hear my mama say, I'm finna get ready to wash your hair, I mean, it was just, I had so much anxiety. I had so much anxiety. First of all, I didn't like my head being dipped down in no sink. My children, I put them through the same torture, putting their heads down in sinks. Because I'm just only doing what my mom do. You bend your head down in there. When they were little, I did just like my mom did. Laid them across the countertop and dipped their head backwards and washed their head. And my kids, my daughter she would be screaming. But I'm doing what mama did. Mama put our head under this, she laid us down, put a pillow on our little back, put a little towel there, laid your head back, and washed your head. Got a little older, put your head down in the face bowl in the bathroom, washed your head. You feel like you can't breathe. But this is the way they washed our hair. This is how this is what we went through. You know what I'm saying? So to me, like depending on what your hair takes now, y'all got that wavy hair. Y'all probably don't understand what I'm talking about. If your hair wavy and your hair straight, you cannot relate to what I'm talking about. Cause if your hair was like mine, just really tangly and all of that, whatever. I mean, that was a day of torture. Now, if I could go back in time, I would have dreadlocked my daughter's hair, and I would have wanted my hair to be dreadlocked. I think hair like mine is supposed to be dreadlocked. There is no way to comb this. You can't comb this type of hair. The only way I was able to really kind of get a comb through it was through a relaxer. When I began to relax my hair, then I get it. But I always had long hair. I had shoulder length hair and everything. In spite of the fact that it was very kinky in texture and stuff like that. It was always very long. And especially with a relaxer, I had long hair too. But I wouldn't go through that no more. I would go ahead on and just lock my hair up. But I didn't know anything about. I didn't know how to lock my hair when I was coming up. I didn't know how to lock their hair when they were coming up. It was only when YouTube came about and they started showing the process of how to lock is when I learned how to get mine locked up. The woke dyke, how you doing? Says up until I added the 44th, you had 43 viewers and 43 upvotes. Melanated High Priestess says, "Who's the at woke dyke? Who is the woke dyke?" mm. Sonny Griffin says, "4Z hair is beautiful." That's right. That's right. That's what it's called. Not 4C, C as in car, but 4Z, Z as in zebra. So you're gonna have to go ahead on and put that terminology out there so people can know it, because they talk about C type. But there is a Z type. Because if you look at my hair strand makes Z patterns. Okay. They make an actual zigzag stitch. And some areas are randomly curly. And I always, when I look at the strand, I laugh because like some in my hair, I have some areas that grow completely straight. The hairs are straight. There is no zigzag patterns and nothing. And so when they come loose like that, those long straight ones, I just tuck them back into the dreadlock and stuff because I have a tendency to pull them because they're like laying on my face and it feels like a cobweb is on it. So I to keep from pulling them, when I see them, I'll just tuck them back up in my locks. I hadn't seen one in a long time, so I know that they're incorporated in my dreadlocks. But I laugh because there are some strands that are straight, and I said that's an ancestor. That's one of the people that had grown. So some of us were black, but we still grew straight hair, and we are still are a mixture of other cultures. We got white European in us. So some of the hairs are straight from that. And then there were the wavy textures. I have some textures are just like S curl, just wavy. But the majority is a Z pattern. So I say to myself, I said, well, the straighter patterns are coming from maybe some of the Aboriginals that had straight hair that were here, and perhaps the white European culture that I have. Some of that is straight, and then the wavy is a mixture of all of that. And then those Z stitches come from the Congos of Africa. Oh, hello. The Congolese strands. Hello? That's it. The Nigerian. Do I need to go any further? The Cameroon. Sierra Leone. West Africa is up in there. And that shit hurt. You don't supposed to put a comb on Z hair. 4Z does not supposed to have a comb on it, y'all. If your child got a 4Z and you putting one of them little thin tooth combs on their hair, you understand? You should be locked up for child abuse. And I say that to be serious. I am serious. Now I know they didn't know no better back in the day. They didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? All they know is that we're trying to make you presentable so when you go to school, you will be accepted amongst people. So that was their motive. Now that we know better, now it's too much social media stuff out here for us to be torturing children like that. You don't, and if you're putting a perm in your children's hair, that's child abuse. If you're putting relaxers in your children, and I've done it, so I'm accused. You know what? But you know, I did it because that was the way to get. I'm just doing what Mama did. Well, Mama never put a relaxer in my hair, but it was just a trend to keep the hair straight. We got to keep the hair straight so that the children won't be ostracized, and you would be ostracized if you walked up in there with your hair kinky. And it was unacceptable in the 70s to go to church with cornrows. It was unacceptable to go to church, go to school with cornrows, unless they were beaded and look real nice. And the kids would laugh at you if you had cornrows down south where I am. I can't say that for everybody, y'all. Hey, Talita, how you doing? Lala says, I'm happy you are still on. Just got my destination. Okay, thank you for taking care of that troll. Thank you so much. Thank you, moderator Jackie. Shanice says my crown area is the thickest part of the hair. I'm the opposite. My crown area is the finest in everything. I always wanted thick hair in the crown, but I never had that. And it's funny because like me being adopted, when I went back home to, where we originated, well, some portions of where we originated from, I went to the church and stuff and noticed that there were a lot of little children that looked like me when I was young, and they were my family members and stuff, blood and blood family. And I was talking to this lady, and she had dreadlocks. Her dreadlocks was down her back. This was way back in 2009. So she had been on this conscious journey for a while. And then I looked at her hair, and she was telling me, she said, the crown of my hair just won't grow. I don't have any hair in the crown of my head. And we just went on to talking and stuff. And at the time, my hair was just like in a fro. I didn't have dreadlocks at the time. And we were talking, and I said, and she said, Squabby is my auntie. And then I said, wow, Squabby is my auntie too. So we found out that we were like real close cousins and stuff. But lo and behold, when I let my dreadlocks grow out, and I look at my dreadlocks, they look exactly like hers. Just real thin up in the crown, but most of the hair is around the around the head, not at the top of the head. My dreads look just like hers, brown and long and thin. So yeah, that's a family trait there for sure. Hey, Chris, how you doing? And thank you so much for moderating. Okay. So it's Sunny says my crown area is very thick too, because when I first started my journey and I saw people with dreadlocks, they had the hair that stood up at the crown, and I always liked that. In the little teenage stage of dreadlocks, I always liked to see the hair just stand up in the crown up there in the top, but I never got any of that. It was just not there. Hey, Yachi. Yachi, you remind me, it's a lady named Mommy Yachi. Your name looks so much like hers. I be wondering. I'm like, is this Mama Yachi? Mama Yachi she's Jamaican, and she's a fashion designer. She got some real cool clothes. Mama Yachi, if you are there, could you please start making clothes for older big women? Okay. She's a tiny young lady, and she makes some beautiful Rasta clothes. You like them too, baby? They're so pretty. She make me want to make them, but with those little tiny spaghetti straps and stuff like that, that ain't gonna happen. And not for mama. And you don't wear no bras or anything with it and anything like that. Which I think that'll be still cute for us big girls. We don't have to wear bras either. Okay, we need to make a statement out here. Hello. Hey, Nolly. Nolly said, I have a curly pattern, but the hair is so thick and it's so many curls, it hurts. Broke several combs. Yeah, I heard that even people who have big curls, big locks, have difficulty too with those combs. So imagine you all trying to comb y'all hair with a regular comb. You definitely need they and what's good what I like about now is that they have like big combs now. So back in the day, your only alternative was to use that comb with a fist on it with them steel rakes on them and shit. That was the only alternative, but now they make a variety of long teeth, big combs and stuff for big hair. I always wanted big hair. Mm. I used to always say if I only had bigger hair, maybe I would be this, maybe I would be that, maybe I would have this, maybe I. I'm reading the chat. Is that who I think that is? The person that got deleted? Is that dude? I'm talking to you. I thought you was on some good shit, dude. Come on, dude. You know who I'm talking about. You know I'm talking about you. I see your comments. Girl, I was expecting better for you, girl. I thought you was growing. Come on. I thought you was growing. That's why I left the platform open for you. I thought you was going to do some good things, girl. Come on now. It's time to stop playing. We got work to do here. You know better. I thought you was holding it down for us over there on the other side over there in Cali. You still on that foolishness. Like I said, I was expecting great things from you. You still on game. On game ain't gonna get you nowhere. Are you for the cause or are you against the cause? How you gonna be against the cause and walk around and look like me? Mama Midnight said, "Oh, mother has to get on someone." Yes, we try. I'm trying to get on a sister over here that is a pretender. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt, but you're pretending. These women out here, okay? They need guidance. They need help. If you gonna be woke, be woke. You ain't on no woke shit if you around here distracting forums and chats. Think. You're on a destructive path. You're coming here for disruption. Who are you serving and who is your handler? You got a handler and don't even know it. That's right. Mama Midnight said no pretenders in here. If you are a pretender, you would get the boot. So you go and get your shits together. Get it together. Then come back here and face us. Okay? Holding it down for the 99 and 2000, Trinity says. Melanated High Priest said, I don't take kindly to threats. Unwoke. You know who. Well, if you're unwoke, that's between you and your God, whoever that is, okay? Because you don't get much time to get this straight. Time is running out, sweetie. Sweetheart, you don't have much time left. Get it together. Get it all straightened out. You know what I'm saying? Are you representing or what are you representing? Get it together. Who you repping? Sonny says, "What did she, Mama? What did she do?" I really didn't get a chance to see most of the comments, but you best better believe it. The moderator blocked it. It wasn't nothing good. I mean, you could just look at the name of the comment and see that it's something to incite some type of disruption. But this is a melanated person, and if you're a melanated person and you're here trying to disrupt truth, then that means that you are actually under the MK Ultra of something that is against the unity of specific groups of people. That's not good. That means you have been infiltrated. So if you don't know it, we know it. We're telling you now you have been infiltrated. Hey Vicky, how you doing? Love you too. We need to talk. Love you too. So you have definitely young lady, you know who you are because you have been giving me trouble from day one, and it's only because you are programmed to go after truthers and pretend to be one yourself. You have been infiltrated. So you got to figure out what a way to fix that. Now, we don't need any trouble. You've made videos and stuff in the past about me. We don't need any trouble. We don't need, you're coming here because you need help. So, you can go back and make and create videos about us and about my agenda or what have you. But you don't realize you then will be working for my cause. Okay. So we're going to program you to work for our cause. Something brought you here. Whatever brought you here wants you to get some help. It's just a fan. We were trying to work with her for a long time. We've been trying to work with her and get her head straightened out, but it's still not it's not working. Hey Queen Sheba, how you doing? Shanice is laughing. Hey Oyana, my midnight said no trolls allowed. And so and what I'm gonna start doing when people like that come through, I'm not gonna call their names because after this chat is over with, the name is gonna be gone anyways. Melanated High Priestess says, at Queen's Chiba, she giving some kisses out. That's right. Kunita say they think it's a game. They gonna learn today. And so you actually curse yourself and don't know it. They send people out like that, little scouts out like that to do their dirty work because they don't want the curse. They rather use them as mules to take on the curse. So that was a mule. Chris said, when will these people learn? You know what the part that gets me is a person walking around in the same package I'm in. Hello? Ooh. Quinita said she was talking cash money shit and got that ass blocked. Well, it's another way to pull. To me, it's cowardly to do work like that. It's another way to pull an audience over to their channel because it's so hard nowadays to build an audience. So some people will come and say distracting, disruptive stuff. Try to insult people in some kind of a way to get some traffic over to their channel. Okay, Stacy says I gotta head out. My mama wants her Christmas stuff moved out of the barns. Y'all take care. Say what, Stacy? Not making light of your situation. Say what? Mama Midnight says undead. Their comments have been deleted. Trinity said, why would you come in a room full of witches showing your ass like that? Trying to get attention because I ain't no attention over on that channel. But we're trying to work with her. I've tried to work with her a lot of the times, trying to work with her and stuff like that. Girl, come on, let's get it together. Girl, come on, girl. Girl, get it together. I'm expecting great things from you. You can do it. Um, Jackie said IDGAF, what's going on with her channel? She needs to report that bullshit to YouTube. Until then, she can't come in here, period. That's right. I agree. Undead Goddess said, I miss what the woke, you know what, said, and out with the invaders on Mama's platform. That's right. Uh, 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 uh. Mama Midnight said, realness up in here. Okay, so I'm trying to go back through here and read everything. Oh, Asani says, guys, there was a fake master channel that wasn't hers. Okay. Well. We don't know what's going on. We don't know. But I got a sneaky suspicion she's going to do a video on her channel to let us know what is what. She'll let us know what's going on. Oh, Yachi everything said, I wish I knew how to design clothes. Y'all check her out, Mama Yachi. I hadn't been seeing many feeds from her lately, but she got some cool Rastafarian outfits. Oh, you're considering locks too, Mama Midnight? It is a commitment. Cause it's like ain't no turning around when once they get up there on your head and they lock up and stuff. Just about the only way to take them down if you get to the point you don't want them is to cut them off. Jackie said a thin crown is indicative of a copper deficiency and iron deficiency. Well, honey, that's my whole entire family, honey, because all of them got it. ATF, all our crowns are thin. Hmm. Let's take some deep breaths here, y'all. Mama got to get ready to get her some eats. Undead Goddess said, what about Dr. Berner's family soap maker since 1858, all natural, including hemps? Okay, well, I'm going to do some research on that. We'll see what's going on. We'll see what we're going to do. Earth Color Portal, how you doing? Says, my grandma did my hair. I understand she would wash it, comb it, grease it, and press it. Now I have love and I'm happy. That's also a time for us to just really. I went over to my daughter's house, and I'm going to talk about like some of the things that's going on with her. And she couldn't have her hair washed, so I did like a little spritzing and everything with some oil and stuff and combed it out real good and rolled her hair. So I did what they call lemonade braids, only I didn't. She got enough hair on her head where I don't have to put the other hair in it. So we did her hair and stuff like that. But it was a time for us to talk. That's also a time to connect, to get close. And they have a lot of little videos and stuff on Black women and when they do each other hair. That's an intimate time of conversation and sharing energies and frequencies and stuff like that. So, and it's a lot of work when you sit down to do natural hair. It's like, you have to get breakfast and lunch and have it right next to you so you be ready to eat because it takes time to, actually comb out what they call shedding hair because you have to comb the shedding hair out of natural hair. Because if not, the actual shedding hair is what actually causes the hair to lock. So if you have like shedding hair in your head and you haven't combed it out, your hair is going to lock. So like if I take a dreadlock down right now, by the time I'm through, it's just reduced to some little thin piece of a strand, a few strands, and that's it. And you'll have bundles and bundles of hair, and that's most of all of the shedding hairs that makes the dreadlock itself. Stacy says a detangler. Oh Lord, my stomach getting ready to growl, y'all. I know I'm gonna have to get up. Whoo. Undead Goddess says, spike up the warm cut beating heart and make dice out of bone. Okay, we talking about the bones and stuff like that now that makes up jello, because I'm reading from the bottom up. Pamela, how are you doing? So you were born in the 70s. Sonny said my mama used to put lard on my hair and it would grow down my back. Thank you. DeAsia said, how you doing, DeAsia? VO5. I remember VO5. Was VO5 a black hair product? It was? I remember that. Do they still make VO5? Okay, Shanice, you seem fairly young. Cream of Nature. Cream of Nature on our end came out in the late 80s, early 90s. I don't think we had Cream of Nature in the 70s, but if we did, please correct me. I know we didn't have it down south down here, but I remember when Cream of Nature came out. They had a whole care. Cream of Nature was the first product that had a very pleasant smell to it, and it had a whole line. Now I know Dark and Lovely probably came out with their product first, but it didn't have as much of a bright color package and a very pleasant smell like Cream of Nature. Because I remember my mom converted from just plain old petroleum grease to Cream of Nature, and we saw a huge difference in our hair, and it had to detangle and everything, and it was just like a breath of fresh air. So I no longer dreaded. You see what I'm saying? A lot of little black girls back in the day dreaded that day when it was time to get the hair washed and untangled. But I look forward to it because it had a nice peachy smell to it. And it was like, oh man, mama, you getting ready to do my hair? Mom, I'm ready for my hair to be shampooed and calmed down. Like begging, and it was a good time when Cream of Nature came out. Thanks for that comment. Yes. And then when that Jerry curl came out, folks really was happy when that Jerry curl was out. Remember the Jerry curl? Gher. Oh, yeah, yeah. Mama Midnight talking about it too. My mama got me the Jerry curl. Yeah, that was another thing that we liked too, the Jerry curl. I never got a chance to get a Jerry curl. I wanted one, but I noticed that, and this is what I did. My mom didn't know it. When I turned 17, I would go downtown to this man. His name was Mr. Johnson, and y'all know this is story time. Matter of fact, Mr. Johnson, I took care of him when he became elderly, lost his mind until he died and stuff in the little nursing home and stuff like that. But anyway, he had a hair care company, and he sell Revlon. That was another one. Yes, Revlon was an actual white corporation that was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the very first to make a black hair care relaxer for black hair. You know what I'm saying? They were the very first. They came out with a mild and something in between and super, strength to be able to tame the curls in your hair, make them lay down. But I would go in and he would have a mile. And so I would go to get the mile. Y'all know mile wasn't finna straighten no Z pattern, but I got that. Mama didn't know it. Put it in my hair. It's a wonder I just didn't fry my brains out and wash my hair. He told me everything I need. He gave me everything. And I had washed my hair with the Revlon, and he gave me some. He said, now when you put this in your hair, it was a jar. If you tap it, you could feel it bounce in the jar. He said, when you get through washing it, he said, you put that in your hair, your mama never know you relaxed your hair. And I would do that, y'all. And I had this real big, pretty curly, like thing in my hair that it looked better than a Jerry curl. It looked not like my hair was naturally curly and stuff like that. I had the mixed chick hair look with that and everything. So Mr. Johnson helped me out a lot because he knew I couldn't be. Mama couldn't be going. Mama could not be going up in that school now with no cuckoo bugs on her head. Hello. So it was a lot of people that kind of saved mama, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to say, hey, if they laugh at you, tell them to straighten your hair, tell them to do this, and tell them that stuff did not work. People laughed because they thought it was funny, and they were not going to stop laughing. Okay. Okay. I'm reading, y'all. Okay, we going back up here. Undead God is talking about how the folks down south would use that hog. And maybe everywhere they were like that about it. But she said they used the sacrum, the cranium, the hoofs, the teeth, reproductive organs, eyeballs, and tongue. I mean, the hog wasn't spared no mercy. And then they used the hairs for things too. I'm sure they did. Hey Joey. Yeah, Joey says, what is the difference between the low and the Orisha? I don't think it is a difference. I think it's one of those situations, tomatoes, tomatoes. Now, if I'm wrong, y'all come and just tell me, Mama, you wrong. Hey, Jay Fields, how you doing? Chastain said, yes, story time. Yeah, I'm just telling y'all about how it was down here in the South. Hello. It was some air. Them hot combs, I don't like seeing them hot combs to the day. And the and the closer them teeth was to each other, the more pain you gonna feel because they're gonna come through there and they untangle them BDBs. They're gonna untangle those for you. So mama might have to go across them strands one time, and then come back again, sit it on the eye, and then come back through there and come back through there again and pull it. And depending on how she's feeling, take the back side of the comb, okay, and lay it down on top of the actual nap, okay, right there at the root, like the old folks say, root, but the root. Lay it down and pull it on down again. So she may go over that several times. And so, like I say, when you're doing that type of hair, go ahead on and have, your lunch and your breakfast and all of these different things, a snack and everything sitting there because a press and comb session, depending on what pattern you have, can take up until it can take 2 to an hour, two or more to do. So you're looking outside and it's getting, it's daytime to get started. Now it's getting dark and stuff. You're like, oh, when is this gonna be over with? But when it's finally over, your achy back, your achy back, achy butt, and everything. You feel so good because you're looking in the mirror and stuff, and you like wanting your hair to have that slick, straight look to it and everything, so you can be like all the other little girls. Okay, the agent said us black folks up in Jersey used VO5. Okay, honey, down here we were using Prel. Prell. Anybody know if they still doing VO5 and Prel? Okay, the agent says they do still have VO5. Okay, so VO5 is holding it down. Okay. Love you too, October Lotus. Yeah, Vicky said natural oils work great. And that's what my daughters are all about. They're about natural oils. They don't want, because I used to put the greases in their hair and they're like, we can't do that. We don't want that in our hair. Because I would grease their scalps. This is a thing y'all might not know about it, where you part the hair in sections, and then you put the grease on the scalp, and then you part the hair in sections, and you put the grease. See, so they're gonna grease your scalp down first. So that right there in itself might take 45 minutes for them to just go through that and do that. I don't know what was the actual purpose of greasing the scalp. Anybody else knows what that purpose was? But so yes, they use the natural oils on my, and I use natural oils too, Vicky. I use the what they call Jamaican castor oil is what I use. Jamaican castor oil. And castor oil is very natural. And that's what I use. And it thickens up the hair. And it make it grow. I've been using it. I noticed my hair has had a huge growth spurt. My hair comes down to my butt now out of nowhere since I have started using the Jamaican castor oil. I'm like, dang. The only thing about it, I noticed that like back in the day, I would have loved to have my BBs um relaxed, but now I don't want the BDBs relaxed. I actually appreciate them because I think it's a part of the hair. But I notice my BDBs are more relaxed now with the Jamaican castor oil. So oil will relax the hair. People don't realize that you don't really necessarily have to have a relaxer anymore because oil will relax your hair. Now there are some patterns that are more kinkly than the Z pattern. Okay? Let's talk about the little tiny stitches. Hello? The little teeny weeny stitches. I don't have a name for those. And those are the patterns where your hair really don't grow much. I never forget, there's some people, their hair don't grow. You can look at the West African tribes and stuff like that. There's some West African tribes where the hair stays like tiny little stitches and it does not grow. You can shave it off and it'll grow back to that same little tiny little stitch, but it stops. They don't get no longer than that. Cause there was this lady, um, and she was a young girl, and she worked at the nursing home with me, and she was from Cameroon, and pretty lady, and she had these long extensions, and she told me she had them extensions in her hair for 12 months. 12 months. And it looked like she had just got her hair done. I said, how in the world do you wear them that long? What about your new growth? She said, oh, I don't get new growth. So I said, I got to see this for myself. Because she said, I'm finna get ready to take them down. Because she said, I'm just ready for a new set. Honey, she took her hair down and it hadn't even grown. It hadn't even grown down her neck. It was just like a tiny little afro. Hair just did not grow. And I was just amazed. I was amazed. So you do have some cultures and stuff like that in some areas where the hair does not grow at all. It's a very tiny stitch, because that's a lot of work for a hair strand to come out of a hair follicle and all the many different directions to come out there like that to a point where it's so exhausted until it just stays like not even her hair was about an inch long after a 12-month period. Okay. Melody, the high priestess said my hair is wavy curly. Crystal Raven House says, hello, mama. Hi, Crystal. How you doing? Okay. Crazy A says, my hair used to be long when I was young before I had it cut. Once you cut the hair sometimes, it's like it's stunted. Depending on how old you were when they cut it or how old you were when you cut it, you can stunt the hair like that. And you never get that long hair like you used to. Candy says VO5 is in the dollar stores now. I remember Prel. I hear that some naturals still use VO5 for detangling. You could not, I don't know why my mom would use Prel, and I guess that's all she could get her hands on. But Prel was not for your hair if you needed oils because it stripped the hair of oils. And once it got through doing that, it just tangled the shit up. Now, it smelled real good and it got your hair. The one thing about it, Prel got your hair. I'm not comparing it to VO5. I just know that your hair will smell you have the cleanest hair with Prel. But if you can stand that comb afterwards, then okay, then that will work for you. See, my mom hair was long down to her butt and she didn't really need a pressing comb in her hair. Really. So she didn't know my pain. And my sister hair grew real long. and everything. And she didn't have much of a curl pattern either. They didn't really have curl patterns. So I was the black sheep of the family, because if your hair grew real kinky and nappy and stuff like that, then it would kind of like treat you like you had a leprosy back in the day. I'm just telling y'all the truth now. You would get picked on. The little kids who got their hair was pressed real cute, and they had the wavy hair and stuff, got better treatment than those ones walking around here with them beads. Y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all old heads. I ain't making this up. Okay, Undead Goddess says fried pork rinds is a snack at the farmer's market. They are packaged like a bag of chips. Yes. Yes, I remember that at farmers markets, because some of those skins got big as your hands. They would just take them and just put them in the bag for you, and they were really good. I miss those days. I wish I could eat some right now. I love skins. I love them. And then you had also your crackling. Y'all remember crackling bread and stuff like that? I don't know. I think crackling came from the skin too of the hog. So y'all, please, y'all, don't eat none of that stuff this Christmas and Thanksgiving. Okay. So Crazy 8 says oiling your scalp is like watering a plant. Now they have oils to go on the scalp and everything. When I did my daughter's hair, she had this bottle. They had a little point tip on the end of it to infuse the oils to straight to her scalp and stuff like that, to help ease that curl pattern through the hair follicle, to assist it and stimulate it and everything. But that grease was very smothering. But thank goodness they have come out with oils and stuff like that. Like your vitamin E's and rosemary oil. Rosemary really grows your hair real long. Rosemary oils and all those things. You actually make your own, like Vicky was saying. Supposedly to prevent dryness and flakes. That's why some of us grease the scalp, says Mama Midnight. Now, see, I should have known that, shouldn't I? Shanice said my stylist does that when she puts Neutrogena tea salt. I won't grease my scalp. You definitely need to put them oils on the scalp when you're doing cornrows, because once the scalp is exposed, it creates a lot of itching and stuff like that, and set you up for some dandruff. Asani says your scalp needs moisture to make the hair grow. The Asia said my mom used Prel too. Hey Jay Fields, how you doing? VO5 still going strong, Mama Midnight said. Jay Fields said I love hot combing my little sister hair. She always in the mirror when I do. I'm sure you didn't fire that straightening comb up till it's smoking. I'm sure you didn't do that. I'm sure you won't do that. Don't do that. That's torture. You got a comb that's smoking, and then as soon as they put it on the grease on your hair, they frying your hair. Shh, all the way down to the end. That's how my mom did our hair. Just the sound of that, man. Mm-mm. Okay, so I'm starting to believe that is not really her. That is now one of those first comments were hers at the top. But here's someone else, another troll, using her name to come at the chat. Thank you so much, moderator, for deleting that comment. Undead Goddess says they have natural apricot oil. Oh, Yana says the Orisa and the Loa carries two different types of energy. Okay, Undead Goddess says I use Oblifa and Nexus shampoo and conditioner. That's another thing. I really appreciated when Cream of Nature came out, is that they had a conditioner. Thank God for conditioners, because a conditioner will get your hair ready for the process of combing. And then after that, I think the detangler came in, but but some conditioners also have a conditioner and a detangler in it, so the comb would just glide. Mama got some relief. The comb would just glide through my hair then, and Mama was able to put the Prel away and start using the actual Cream of Nature shampoo. Now I noticed that I cannot do Cream of Nature shampoos with the dreadlocks because it would actually, I noticed that it was actually straightening the ends of my dreadlocks. I used I think it was Cream of Nature with argan oil, and I used that. This was back in 20 y'all didn't know it. This was back in 2013. I had put some of that on my hair, and my ends had unraveled and straightened, and right at the root of my hair was straight, like I had got a relaxer on my head. So they're starting to make these shampoos and conditioners where you don't really necessarily need a relaxer. They have some of that already inside of that. So we with dreadlocks do not supposed to use those type of hair products unless you want your dreadlocks to just be straight. Okay. So they have specific shampoos for dreadlock hair. Like there was this one lady, she said she was just trying to lock her hair, and every time she washed, her locks would come loose. And I asked her what shampoo she was using, and she was using those lines of shampoos that actually detangle, so you don't want to use that if you're trying to lock your hair up or keep it locked. Yeah. Yes, Crazy Ace, I have. I know what you're talking about. Okay, she says, have you ever seen hair grease or oil in a tin can with a red top? I don't remember the name of it, but I really like it. Now, I remember back in the day, because my dad had some, and I almost called the name. But anyways, it had a white tin can on it, and it was in red cardboard. It was like it was a cardboard packaging with red on it, and it had a tin bottom and a tin top that you lift off, and inside of it was the grease. They still doing it, and it was called a Royal, something Royal. That's what the grease was called. I cannot remember. Anybody remember that grease? It was called something Royal. It's some Royal, or all I remember is Royal being in it. Oh, Crazy A said my mom used to use it back in the day when she was young. Thank you, Eugene. And how are you? Bergamot. That's exactly what it is. You know, my son uses bergamot to the day. It was called bergamot. How can we forget that? Thank you so much. Okay, and another one was called Royal Pomade. Thank you, Mama Midnight. The guys would, if I'm not mistaken, would put that royal pomade on there, and their hair would be wavy going to the back once they put that on their heads. Reminds me, also makes me think of that shaving cream my daddy used to use called, was it called Blue Magic? Am I saying that wrong? Blue Magic? And he would put it, it had this smell, and now that smell I know what it is. It's called, it smelled like sodium hydroxide, what they put in relaxers and stuff. But he would put that on his face and let it sit, and come down and get that razor and come down and have a clean shaven face. And they would put that also in a cardboard packaging. Blue Magic, ain't that what it was? Blue Magic. Oh, okay. Patricia says Crown Royal. Crown Royal is actually a liquor, isn't it? It's a liquor. Crown Royal. They put that Crown Royal inside those little purple bags and stuff. Barron's drink. Yes, Jacket had Glover's man. Uh huh. That was good for like if your hair got some like something in it, like parasites and stuff. My mom had some Glover's mains. That shit stank. It smelled like it had Lysol and Creolina in it. But it also grew the hair real long. But my dad went and got an old stray dog from somebody who got it off the road, and his name was Bunky. And when we got Bunky, to clean Bunky up, my mama gave us some Glover's mane to put on him, get the sores off of them and stuff. We put gloves on and cleaned them up, and it wouldn't come off. So Glover's mane didn't do a good job, so we eventually had to take him to the veterinarian to get rid of that stuff. Mama Midnight said, "I remember Glover's mane. That stuff stank. What was really the purpose of it? Because Bonky's mane didn't. Bonky's what you call that? Mane. He had the mange. He had the mange. That's what we used to call it back in the day. Oh, he got the mange. It didn't clear his mange up. Okay. Shanice says, I used pine tar too in the pest at Mama Midnight. Pine tar. Pine tar. Pamela, yes, says I used to use mane and tail, and it works wonderful on my daughter's hair. Yeah, they had a mane and I think the mane and tail came from the horse. It was like a shampoo for horses, and then they found out it worked real good for humans' hairs and stuff. And so I've used mane and tail back in the 80s myself. Jackie says that Glover Maines grows the hair extremely long. I look, Creolina, and y'all be careful. Don't go just run out there and do that. I don't want nobody to get hurt because some people have gotten hurt. But they say when you wash the hair in Creolina, that the hair grows extremely long too with that. So people will wash their hair with it. So I don't want nobody to go out there and do it. Do some research if you decide you want to do it. But there's some hair comparison videos where people have shown where the hair, like the before and after, and you see some good, wonderful results. But I do believe in that Glover's mane, I do believe they put Creolina in that stuff. I might be mistaken, but they sure smell alike. Or maybe it's just the pine tar itself that give both products that smell. Patricia says sulfur 8 stinks. I put sulfur 8s on my hair to the day. To the very, very day. But I use like the little light formula because it's good to keep your hair clean, to keep you from having itches and stuff like that. Because when the hair is parted or cornrowed, it'll tend to itch in that spot. So I use sulfur 8. I won't use sulfur 8 shampoo because the sulfur 8 shampoo had made my locks look like they started to like break off and stuff, get like real weak. So I won't use that. That's some real strong ish. If you're gonna use that sulfur 8 shampoo, you may want to cut it with something. You don't want to wash your hair with straight up that shampoo because when it gonna go in there and take care of some dandruff, it gonna take care of some dandruff. Ain't no pest gonna live in that. Okay. And yeah, the sulfur 8 grease is real good. I like it. But it starts stinking after so long. So if you ever pass by somebody's head and it just reeked with this sulfur smell, they more than likely got sulfur 8 in their hair. Yeah, but I think they're making mane and tail now on Dead Goddess for humans. But back in the day, it was like for the horses and people, humans would wash their heads with it and grow the hair real long. Y'all hear my stomach just growling. I know I got to make a move, y'all, because I do want to come on camera. She's I'm surprised y'all don't know about pine tar. I mentioned it when we were talking about old school terminology. Pine tar is thick, very dark green, and it stinks, but it worked. It would work, they would put them in their salves and stuff. It worked for like rashes and acne and all this. They want to take all that stuff from you because they need you to go to all of these dermatologists and stuff because they don't spend all this money on student loans to become dermatologists. So hey, look, so they need to take your home remedies from you so you can go over there and let them give you all these big farms to take care of your issues with your skin when all you got to do is mix up you some good old pine tar with some petroleum or whatever and put it on them little different areas and have a pretty skin and stuff. They don't want you using that. That's why they took sulfur off the shelves. You used to be able to buy all the sulfur you want. Now you can't even find sulfur nowhere. You have to go online to order sulfur. We used to make creams out of that. Add a little bit of sulfur into your little ointments and stuff for your scalp for itching and dandruff. They don't want you to have that. Soak your feet if you got the foot fungus in some sulfur or some pine tar. They don't want you to have that. And you're around here using all this stuff like just crazy stuff that you buying and stuff off of the shelves, and doctors are writing prescriptions for things that used to be like on your shelves, your home remedies and stuff, your limes, and they don't took that off the shelves. You sulfur, like I said, your witch hazels and everything. I'm noticing that you can't even find mineral oil nowhere no more because they know what you're going to do with that. Hello? I was shocked to go in Walmart and find a bottle of glycerin. Glycerin make my hands feel funny after it dries in. Sonia says she remembers Crown Royal hair grease. So it is a Crown Royal hair grease. Huh. Okay. Is that the one with the white tin, with the silver tin can on it, with the red cardboard packaging and the silver bottom? Is that? Okay, y'all. Let me run and get something to eat and see if I can get back up in here. Hey, ER, how you doing? I'm talking so y'all won't hear my stomach growling, y'all. Okay, let me go on and get something to eat and get on here live and in color. Y'all gonna follow me back on this channel? I'm gonna come back. Okay, live and in on color. Okay, I'm gonna try to stick to my word. Okay, now, bye bye, y'all. Okay. Oh, we got 58 thumbs up, 59 thumbs up. Can we get some more thumbs up? Can we please? Y'all, if y'all ain't bought y'all pumpkins now, y'all ain't gonna get none. I think the pumpkin's gone. I'm so happy I got 3 pumpkins. And I'm gonna make me some pumpkin soup tonight. I sure am. Everybody got their pumpkins? Okay. If not, you better look for your pumpkins. If you don't, you're gonna wind up having to eat pumpkin out the can. Pumpkin out the can ain't good. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, she was like, I thought the can was red with a silver lid. So that must be the Crown Royal grease. Crown Royal grease. Okay. So who copping off who? Is Crown Royal liquor copping off of Crown Royal grease? Or are they one same company? ah. Dundee got us to say says to save money for a trip to the doctors back then was to cauterize the wound with gunpowder. Mm. Woo woo. Okay, y'all. I'm going on, honey, because my stomach is talking to me, it's saying all kind of things. Okay, bye-bye, y'all. Thank y'all so much for showing up. Bye-bye.